In what world would you rather be famous than work a 9 to 5 job? Of course, I would rather be famous, but I'm not about to lose my job doing it. In this video, we're exploring people who prioritize views instead of employment. There's this one coworker that smells so nasty. Like, every time he comes into range, I instantly gag. If I wanted French onion dip, I would buy it at the store. There is no need to shove it down my nostrils. I've talked to HR and they said there's nothing that they can do about it. So here I am exposing my job because I do not consent to this and I feel violated. Hey guys, I didn't expect that video to go viral, but it did. I'm now unemployed. Here's my GoFundMe. It'll be linked somewhere in the corner. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, you guys literally changed my life. Now, I can be a full-time influencer. 2 days later, their engagement falls off because we were only tuned in for the drama. All these new followers weren't following for you. Once you stop posting about all the drama, ooh, where'd they go? Where is everybody? You thought you made it big, but now you have to join the most depressing job market ever. We're going through an epidemic. Wait, did I say we're? Y'all are going through an epidemic. So many people are so comfortable oversharing when they probably shouldn't. Every day, the TikTok algorithm chooses one special person to be the topic of conversation. Congratulations, your drama was finally juicy enough for us to stop scrolling. To be honest, my TikTok For You page is filled with this type of content. I'll watch the full video, go to your page, and see if you have a multi-part series. But of course, that's only if it's juicy enough. Did you guys hear about that girl who violated HIPAA? You know, that thing that's supposed to protect our medical information from being shared? She decided to post this other girl's information on her close friend's story. So let's see how that turned out for her.
Sit with me and I'm gonna tell you a story time on how I found out that my ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend accessed my private medical records without my consent because I had never even been a patient at this medical office. So she used their little system inappropriately, which is a federal crime. Anyway.
Imagine that. Your ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend is accessing your medical information. There must have been some type of beef, maybe a confrontation at some point, but it has to be really bad for her to do something like this. I mean, it would have to be pretty serious if you were willing to commit a federal crime. But let's see.
First, I want to say that I did see some posts that were kind of shady. Like, she was literally saying, like, when my chart doesn't lie and things like that, okay? So when I saw those TikToks, it kind of made me be like, is she talking about me? Because I just knew that she was a schemy person in general, but, like, I never thought that she would go that low. You know what I'm saying? So I called the hospital because I had my own spidey senses telling me, like, it was you who she was talking about. Mind you, she had gotten fired for accessing somebody else's medical records. So I feel that there should have already been an investigation and that the people whose information she had accessed should have been let known that this happened.
Oh my God, this person got fired for leaking someone else's medical information, which gave this girl, I think that girl was talking about me. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And if there was an investigation that was being done, I feel like, yeah, more people should have probably known about this situation.
I called them and I asked to speak to their compliance manager because I wanted an audit done on my chart. They got back to me and were like, unfortunately, she did access your medical records, so my spidey senses were right. What she did, well, it's a HIPAA violation. Like, that is literally a federal crime, you guys. She violated my human right. Obsession and jealousy, it's a real thing, you guys. Like, sometimes we don't even, like, pay attention to certain people, and they're over here going as far as going into your private medical information. Like, this is serious. This is no high school drama. This is real life. Like, that's insane.
All of this because you're jealous of her? Like, make it make sense. She broke the #1 rule when working in the healthcare industry. Common sense is not that common, clearly. What did she think was going to happen? Literally, the thing that scares me the most about our future is the lack of critical thinking. You were so worried about this person that you're willing to go up to 10 years of prison? When you put it like that, duh. You have access to the internet. It takes one Google search to find out what her consequences are going to be. And I'm glad there were consequences for her because nobody like this needs to be working in the medical industry. She couldn't follow the biggest role in the industry. Yeah, she has no excuse.
Lee Reynolds destroyed my marriage of 32 years, and I'm here to clear some things up. A lot of people are saying it was all my husband's fault. Yes, he was wrong, and I feel betrayed for what he did. But it takes two to tango. Natalie was privately messaging my husband, trying to sell him content. It doesn't matter that she didn't know he was married. She should have asked before engaging with him intimately. The private messages from Natalie on her fans-only site showed her trying to pressure my husband into purchasing content. I am disappointed in Natalie Reynolds, as well as my husband, for falling for the trap that she set to purchase her content.
I think she got the name backwards. Pressuring. Huh? I know it's not the traditional 9 to 5, but why is this girl trying to get her fired from fans only? I had to include this one because I thought this video was funny and I just wanted to show how delusional some people could be. She's oversharing, but she's sharing the wrong information. You're mad at Natalie, but maybe you should be mad at your husband. Maybe spread awareness about how your husband's a cheater and how he ruined your marriage. I mean, that would just make more sense. Maybe put him on the T app. I know you just learned what the TikTok is because you only have 3 videos talking about this situation. But put him on the T app. Let's see how many red flags he gets. Natalie will not get fired, nor will she be banned from the platform. She's running a business and her marketing tactics are so good that your husband decided to pay for her services. How is she supposed to know that your husband is married? He's just another random guy on the internet paying her, aka her business model. What is she supposed to do? Run a background check on all her fans? Not possible, not happening. She clearly doesn't understand how fans only work. Let's talk about the people who are filming TikToks at work. We should all know about the redhead from Kentucky who got fired from the airport. And I only said it like that because it's in her bio, see? The TikTok video that got her fired was not the only one that she's posted about her job, but it's the one that did the job.
I would have never done anything to jeopardize it. Thank you. Have a good day, y'all.
Where are you flying to today?
Just
Oh, fun. We going to visit, or is that where we're from?
that's home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta stop by and say hi. What's your name?
I'm Jenny.
I'm Bree. Nice to meet you.
What are we looking at?
What are you looking at? So we're out of NC-17. That's probably what it was. We're out of NC-17. You want me to make you a sample of it, though? That way you can... I got you. Babe, did you want to take a picture of the bottle and the color?
Yeah.
That way we know for next time. Here you go, my love.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
This is syrup that you're going with, right? Yes. This is Whirl. She is a little bit darker, but it's perfect because once this like mixed together. Oh my god.
I actually really feel bad.
That view from up here always gets me. I think it's so funny when you're carrying your box after getting fired. Oh my God. Do you see what I mean though? Not everything has to be filmed. You didn't have to show us you counting the money and getting it out of the safe. You could have just told us. I do think it's kind of crazy that it only took her 45 minutes from her first customer to get fired though. She did later post a follow-up video letting us know that the airport did not make her take down her video because apparently it wasn't a big security risk. She got let go because she violated her company's social media policy. That's the real reason why she was terminated, and they said that no further action will be taken against her, so she's not getting sued.
When you come in for your induction, talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
What?
My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands. Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push the call light, but every 5 minutes, your family member coming at the front desk asking for something else.
Excuse me, can I have a blanket?
Another ick, when you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh, no.
Ick.
That's an egg.
It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
I honestly don't think they said anything that out of pocket, but I still wouldn't want to go to a hospital that they are working at. The thing about being a nurse and working in the hospital is that you are there to help people. I expect nurses to be kind and want to help because that's the job they signed up for. Not everybody likes their job, and it's all right to have things about your job that you don't like. It's just a terrible idea to post a video about your icks when you're serving the public. Some of the public who goes to your clinic or hospital definitely saw this video and were probably not happy with it. I still don't think those nurses deserve to be fired, but the company is thinking about their brand and how their employees come off to the public. We see another example of this in the next video. I want to know how their discussion went before creating this TikTok. Like, whose idea was it and how many people agree that it would be funny? You know how almost every one of our patients discharges during their exam? I think it would be so funny if we put our faces as close as possible to it and said, they left us a gift. It will be hilarious. This is giving middle school mean girl behavior. The fact that nobody was reasonable enough to be like, this is a bad idea, shows me that they're probably suffering from groupthink. And there must have been a very strong Regina George in the group. I get it. It's scary to confront a leader like that, but maybe don't let them put you in the TikTok video. I mean, it would suck if you got fired for something that you want to no part of. Well, these nurses were placed on administrative leave and then later fired for their actions. They didn't disclose which nurses were fired. People were upset when they posted their statement and the comments asked for clarity. Sutter Health did not clarify how many employees were fired, but told USA Today that any employee seen and who knowingly took part in this inappropriate photos, they are no longer employed with us. Well, I guess that's everyone. Let's talk about the office siren aesthetic. The office siren is a popular TikTok-driven fashion aesthetic that blends vintage 1990s and 2000s corporate styling with a modern, alluring, and even seductive edge. Think of wearing heels, pencil skirts, and clothes fitted to your body. This has been a very controversial topic on TikTok. Some see it as a fun, empowering way for women to express their confidence and own personal style in the workplace, while others see it as inappropriate and detrimental to their career, which is why we're talking about it. There have been plenty of people who bought into the aesthetic and were later fired for doing so. There's even this one TikToker who is allegedly being sued by a follower because they were terminated for dressing like her.
I'm in the middle of a lawsuit because a girl decided to dress like me, like an office siren, and got herself fired from her corporate job. A lot of you guys were wondering what she was wearing or what outfit she copied. It was this one. Girl. Come on now.
First, for a corporate job to fire someone over wearing a dress like this is kind of psychotic for me. Let me know what you think about this because I'm gagged. I'm gagged that she got fired for this, and I'm also gagged that the girl had the nerve to sue this influencer. You made a choice, so live with the consequences. Do I think it's right that they got fired? No. To me, there is nothing wrong with this look. Men can wear fitted suits to the office. Sir, I can see your bicep bulging through your blazer. That's not the only thing I see bulging. Those pants are pretty tight. Is there anything that I can help you with? Oh, it's supposed to be like that? Sorry, I'm getting mixed signals. Men can wear professional clothing that contours to their body, but it's a problem when a woman wears a dress like this that covers up everything, including the upper chest area. From the examples I've seen, this dress is tame. I get what people say when they're wearing a super short mini skirt and maybe their dress shirt is unbuttoned too far. This is corporate America and you're working with other adults. You should be able to feel comfortable and confident in what you're wearing to work. Some say it's problematic because it plays on the sexy secretary trope, which is annoying. After all, this narrative was manufactured through the media, particularly old-time movies. There are so many movies that depict this white-collar man having an affair with his secretary while the wife's at home with the kids. I could list a few movies that depict this, but I'm curious to see what comes to your mind. So the movies that push this narrative, which were directed by men, now affect how women dress in the workplace? And the men who are in charge are the ones who usually set the dress code. It just seems like another form of control. Actually, it is control. Not everyone dresses for the male gaze, so when someone gets disciplined for wearing a dress like this, it's weird to me. Like, why are you checking her out? This really bothers me because from my own experience, I've seen two people wear the same exact thing, but only one person get in trouble for it. It's usually because that person's body is a little bit more developed than the other person, whether that's on top or bottom. So when we have people saying dressing like an office siren is reinforcing sexist stereotypes, I say you're tripping. Some women will dress for the male gaze, others do not. Why should they all be punished? Why does the male gaze have to be the standard? If you want to dress like an office siren, go ahead and do it. Just don't sue me when there's possibly consequences at your job. Clearly, that's only if you still want to work at that place. Do what makes you feel good and what you can get away with in the boundaries that your workplace set. You know, there used to be a time before TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm low-key jealous I wasn't an adult in those eras. Only for one reason though. Professional boundaries. They're non-existent anymore since all your coworkers want to follow you on every single social media that you have. We all have that experience where we randomly get a friend request from one of our coworkers and we instantly panic. Everyone will have a different reason why, but for me it's because I'm thinking about how awkward it's going to be when that coworker asks me why I never accepted their friend request. No matter what you say, you're a dick. If they ask you in front of your other coworkers, get ready because you're about to get a full-on Mean Girl inspired assault. You're a great judge of character. Justin's a total freak. Unlike us, we just sent you a friend request. Okay, I'll accept it later. But you're already on Instagram, why don't you just accept it? You think you're too good to let us follow you? You always act like your shit don't stink, but newsflash, it's the smelliest in the room. How dare you for thinking that you're better than us? You know what? You can't sit with us. Wait, did you say that you can't follow us? Perfect. I wasn't going to. I understand wanting to get to know your coworkers, but if I have to not follow them on social media for peace, I will. I'm on the drama side of TikTok, so I see the many examples of issues that are being started in the workplace over a social media post. I've seen so many videos that start off saying, your coworkers are not your friends. And I agree wholeheartedly with this statement. I remember seeing this video on TikTok where this girl talked about how she called out of work and the next day her job wanted to have a meeting with her. Some people thought that she called out to go to the beach. She was confused why this was even a conversation. Well, it turned out she did post about going to the beach, but it was a scheduled post. She scheduled it a week in advance and it happened to post on the day where she called out. But of course, one of her coworkers saw, showed them the screenshot, and complained to management. If this happened to me, as soon as I find out who it was, actually, it doesn't matter. Everyone is getting blocked. You're also blocked if you're related to someone that I work with. Oh, your best friend follows me? Blocked too. It's crazy that some people are so obsessed with you that they're willing to mess up your bag. You should only care if that person is consistently calling out and it affects how you do your job. I still wouldn't go to my boss and say, this is what this person is doing and this is why they're gone all the time. I treat people how I want to be treated. So if I call out, I want nobody to care. Kimberly called in, but I saw her at the store. Nobody needs to know that. I'm not going to bring it up. That's messy. I'm not going to give someone a stupid reason to hate me. And I also don't want to get someone fired.
That shit don't stop her.
Now, this video, what was she thinking? Like, what's the thought process here? I'm not getting it. Was this comedy, satire? And to be honest, I don't really get the text on the screen. Unfortunately, I did not get cracked last night. To me, it sounds more like, unfortunately, I did not get laid last night, so I'm euthanizing the wellness patients. Can someone take one for the team? Anyone? Anyone at all? We've got to save this poor Katie. We gotta save her. Again, what was going through her head when posting this? Are people really this delulu? People love their pets. Some people treat their pets better than they treat their kids. She really thought people weren't gonna come for her? Oof, big mistake.
I got fired. Somebody posted where I work in the comments of the video.
And of course, once this went viral, she made a video letting us know that she got fired. Duh. I'm not gonna take my cat for a wellness check where she works. Of course, this is detrimental to their company, so you gotta sashay away. If there's one thing I want you to learn from this video, it's what not to post. What you might think might be a great idea might end up costing you your job. And most of the time, it's for the views. Most people aren't monetized when they post their first controversial video that blows up. So why do it? It makes absolutely no sense. So that's where I'm gonna end it. Let me know what you think in the comments and I will definitely see you soon.